Hello everyone, it's TripleZHacker here, and we are back with the Shogunate Total War Tournament 2020. Today I have a great match to provide some analysis and commentary on for you guys, but before we get into the actual battle, be sure to subscribe to check out the rest of the tournament coverage on my channel, as well as tons of other Shogun 2 videos. Also check the links in the description to subscribe to Smotheredrun's YouTube channel, who will also be covering the tournament. Now without further ado, let us begin with the first battle. Alright, so for the first battle, we are on the map Okobe Gorge, and this map is a really fun one. As you can see, based off the name, it has a gorge for the terrain. So there's two hills on either side, and they basically slope down into this riverbed right here that runs along the center of the map. And along it, there are three key buildings. There is the farmhouse, workshop, and archery dojo. Now the workshop is the best of the three, so I expect both players to be going for this central island here in the middle of the river, but usually most of the combat happens there anyways. So for the clans, we have the Toyotomi represented by JDog737, and for the Hosokawa, we have Lynch King 65. So let's review the army compositions for both players and then get the battle underway. So, for the Toyotomi, we have 3 Naginata Warrior Monks, 2 Katana Samurai, 5 Nodachi Samurai, 1 Yari Ashigaru, and 2 Matchlock Ashigaru. On either side, we have a Great Guard and Yari Cav, so a total of 4 Cav. For the Hosokawa, we have in the back 2 Nodachis. Then we have 4 Naginata Samurai with 2 Naginata Warrior Monks. And then in the front line, we have a bunch of missile units. We have 2 Matchlock Ashigaru, 1 Bow Samurai, and 2 Bow Warrior Monks. Alright, both 2 really balanced armies. It should be interesting. I also believe the Hosokawa have some hitting units since we got the replay from JDog. Anyways, let's begin the battle. I'm going to speed things up because usually in this map, matches or battles take quite a long time. Anyways, here comes the Ashigaru vanguard of the Toyotomi rushing down. Along with the rest of the army in tow, the Hosokawa are advancing en masse down towards the workshop as well. And this will be really interesting to see what happens here because we got a Yari Ashigaru already going towards the workshop, and let's see, there's Bow Warrior Monks and Bow Samurai already in the area, and they're raining arrows down on this Ashigaru. This will be really good if the Toyotomi can take the workshop soon, but this is again why skirmishing on this map is really, really good. Because you have the terrain here with this river, you have the woods to remain hidden, and of course, you got the range. And yeah, these Bow Warrior Monks are going to decimate some of these Ashigaru early on. As you can see, the Hosokawa did have some cav right here. And now it looks like the Toyotomi cav is going to regroup on this end to counter the Hosokawa cav. On this side, we have some Yari Samurai. It looks like they're going to advance down towards the archery dojo, perhaps, which would be really good because that'll increase the reload speed of these missile units that they brought. So probably a dojo that they would most likely want to control. All right, let's see. The Naginata Samurai are advancing here. Are they going to get caught? Yep. Oh. It's a brutal matchlock fire from the woods over here. Again, this is why bringing missile units here, matchlocks or bows, can be really impactful. And this is a great use of matchlocks right here. Having them in a front line, spread out, hidden in the woods so they're safe from missile fire relatively, and, you know, just overlooking a key position with the workshop. And a pretty decent volley. I mean, killed about, 21. So that's pretty good. Ooh, we got a charge over here. We got some Yari versus Katana, and the Katanas of the Toyotomi should win this, but I don't know. Looking pretty even for now. I must say the combat of Shogun 2 is probably the best out of any Total War. Let's see. So yeah, it looks like the Yari Samurai and Katanas are very even, but the Katanas should be winning that. Let's see. Hosokawa should send over another unit here just to win this victory really quickly. And let's see, the Toyotomi matchlocks are retreating back into the woods, so good use of bow warrior monks once again. They just have such long range, so really great on the Hosokawa player for bringing them for this battle specifically. Yep, those Yari Samurai are going to be defeated once and for all right over there, and they're broken. Looks like the bow samurai got there a little too late, but those katanas still sustained quite a lot of casualties, more than half even. Speed things up just a bit more once again, because over here it seems like there's no engagements just yet, all silence really. Just a bunch of posturing and repositioning. I mean, this is why this map sort of like allows for skirmishing in a bit of a stalemate, because of these woods and this like terrain here with the river. So really excellent map for a skirmish army, I find. Anyways, the Naginata warrior monks are advancing on this side. Let's speed things up quite a bit though. You can see the cav also coming over here, and this might be an engagement as well. And then both sides kind of pull back just in the last moment. A bit of a tactical withdrawal by both. And let's see, they move up here. Now, here's a big mistake, I think, in the battle. The Hosokawa player could easily, I mean, Lynch King could easily defeat these Naginata warrior monks right here by sending over just a unit or so and then hitting them with cav in the rear for a hammer and anvil. But these Naginata warrior monks eventually go up in these woods and kind of hide and camp out there. Really good use of units here by J-Dog. I mean, getting away with this too. As you can see, I think the match like Ashigaru here took some significant casualties trying to advance. Now the bows, though, are aiming for these katanas and Nodachi Samurai up here. The cav, once again, sort of a switch and bait, really just trying to get some in a charge. We have a bonsai here because there's engagement on this end, so some Naginata warrior monks got charged by some Nodachis here. So again, the majority of the fighting is actually taking place over here by the archery dojo on this side. There's nothing really going on the other side. And yeah, we have some katanas and Naginata samurai on this end. There's some bows sort of in the area, providing the Hosokawa with like some fire, but it's not really doing enough. The bow samurai just aren't deadly enough. Let's see, some Nodachis are running over now to help. These Naginata should hold against the katanas long enough for those Nodachis to support. Of course, the katana samurai from earlier is now making their way over too, so it's 4v3 at the moment. But yeah, these Nodachis are surprisingly going to lose this, but I think it's because they suffered some initial casualties from some of the archer fire earlier when they were all the way up here before charging down. And those katanas also are out, so a good victory in this small engagement for the Hosokawa here. And of course, there's the last katana samurai unit to deal with. And now the Toyotomi J-Dog specifically is in a really tough position, because now the Hosokawa are capturing all the dojos here. And if they capture all of them, then the timer starts to tick down, and the Toyotomi only has 10 minutes to really get victory. But this is one of the best plays in this match, and in this battle specifically, right here, catching the Hosokawa off guard with this Naginata warrior monk. And a good timed war cry too. But that's just an example of distracting your opponent on one end and sort of sending another unit elsewhere. It's really like one of the things of you want your opponent to be focused on several different areas at a time and not being able to manage all of that. Not being able to micromanage the units quick enough. If you can out micromanage your opponent in certain situations, then you can definitely win the battle. And right here, all this cav coming across, just slipping through the Hosokawa, troops on either side. Really, really good by J-Dog here. And of course, these Nodachis are running over, but I don't think they're going to quite catch them. Yep, good micro of cav right there. As you can see, more sword units bearing down on the bow samurai and Naginata samurai by the archery dojo. But still, the Hosokawa have a lot of troops in the center. And right here, that's really, really good by threatening to go for the general. This right here, pretty much going out to the general and then going away. When you go for the general, it's almost like in chess whenever you get a check on the king, and like your opponent has to move the king piece. They can't move the queen. They can't move like anything else unless it's to defend the king. So it's almost like a waste of a move. And in Shogun 2, that kind of applies. Like, that's a waste of the moment because now J-Dog can move like other troops elsewhere, whereas Lynch King has to focus on protecting his general. And J-Dog takes advantage of it, of course, with these swords coming down this way. And yeah, these Nodachi should be able to defeat those Naginatas who are already, sustained quite a bit of casualties. And these Nodachis are chasing after the Bow Samurai. And right here, this is a pretty devastating charge. Look at that guy just roll down the hill. God. Yeah, those Nodachis got hit pretty brutally, but they're still alive, and this is good on J-Dog for cycle charging. But really there, I don't really think you want to clump up all your cav together like that. I mean, I know it's a quick-paced game, but you want to spread them out and get a nice, strong charge. Like, spread them out as wide as possible. Right here, the Hosokawa, just a reactionary move by Lynch King. I don't agree with it. You might just want to give up that Nodachi unit, or at least send that Nodachi unit back and bring some spears over. These two cav units are not going to be able to do anything against the Great Guard and Yari cav over there, especially after losing the one on that side to the Naginata warrior monks, who are now still hidden again as well. And really, J-Dog's use of cav right here is going to be really crucial to the battle, because now, instead of where the Hosokawa were earlier controlling all the key buildings, now they're going to be surrounded and encircled because the cav is in the flank, and there's also a couple other units around on the edges here. Anyways, right now, Lynch King pretty much has to either push straight into the matchlock fire or basically give up the workshop position and go towards this cav over here, which I think would be the wisest decision, is to sort of retreat back across and get a better defensive position. Still, though, having the water around is not too bad. And these matchlocks now are firing into more matchlock Ashigaru. They just can't make any headway on this hill. And this is a really good defensive position here. J-Dog has pretty much established. And again, we'll speed things up now for a bit, but it looks like the Hosokawa here are advancing this way. They're not going to be able to basically get a good enough angle on this hill, and J-Dog reacts accordingly with 3 units, some Nodachis, Naginatas, and Ashigaru. And now here come some of the Hosokawa troops as well, moving in this direction. But again, with the matchlocks overlooking the area, it's going to be tough. Now here, J-Dog has all this cav, and there is some bow warrior monks right here, bow samurai just wide open. No one's really guarding them. I mean, I guess these Nodachis could move over, but even still, a charge into the Nodachis or the bows would be devastating as a cav charge. So really just putting 4 units and sending them this way, or maybe 3 of the cav units going this way and then sending the other for the general, would really just seize victory for the Toyotomi quickly in the match. Now, let's see. So this was a good use of matchlocks, though, retreating back just enough to get a few volleys in. And these Naginata warrior monks routed the Ashigaru, and they can probably defeat those warrior monks now. Whereas over here, this Nodachi charge by the Hosokawa is not really that effective. All clumped up across the water. Even though they have more units, it's not as effective as it could have been. And now the matchlocks are going to be bearing down on them too. Let's see, this Ashigaru matchlock unit's probably going to rout as well. And then, yeah, there we go. Naginata warrior monks right into those Naginata samurai. Pretty good. Now send this cav in right now. Right now, all there is there's nothing over there. There's no spears. You can send them in except for the Naginata samurai right here, but just move one this way, one that way, and one this way, and kind of Hosokawa have to basically choose which units they want to lose at that point. If you send cav in multiple places, it's hard for your opponent to move spears in time to counter all of them. Let's see, the Nodachis are going to catch these matchlocks right here. Yep. Yeah, nearly. Good on the Hosokawa, though, here to win this little quick skirmish and now maybe push on the matchlocks or something. Although, yeah, they're turning now. Just put them in loose formation, maybe make a last desperate charge. And there's the cav in the rear, as I was talking about earlier, but they all clumped up. You don't want them clumped up. You want them spread out nice and even. Sort of just attacking one unit at a time. Getting all their focus. And maybe sneak one around to go after the general at this point. Or turn the matchlocks. Oh, this is really gutsy. This is a huge risk by the Hosokawa right here, charging the general right into matchlocks from behind, but a well-timed charge. That guy got carried for quite a ways. So really nice on the Hosokawa general here. Good decision by Lynch King to charge these matchlocks. It's a risky one, though. He can't lose his general. His daimyo must live. So, oh, good. Pulled out just in time as the Toyotomi generals coming over here as well. Let's see. Can get some units to maybe support. There's still, of course, the Toyotomi Cav over here. But the warrior monks got pushed back by some Nodachis and Naginatas. Yeah, so far, the Toyotomi, I think, are starting to pull away with this, but the Hosokawa still have enough forces to defend. Let's see, those Dachis are probably going to... Oh, they have Bonsai. All right, that's really well-timed Bonsai. Now they're going to basically be unbreakable, though when that expires, that, probably rout. Oh, no, Matchlock shooting at the general. Just... Maybe go stand and fight over there or something. Why charge? No. Charging right into Matchlocks, a valiant last effort across the river. And let's see, some Nodachis getting into the fight. Oof. You want to get the general out of there. You can't live in prolonged melee. Hate to see it. You hate to see it. The Hosokawa daimyo has fallen. And with that, it looks like two have the chances of a Hosokawa victory. Because, yeah, see, those Nodachis are starting to rout. And here comes the Cav straight into a bunch of Naginata Samurai even. Wasn't the best of charges, but, yeah, it'll do the work because they're going to rout without the general. And so, too, will the remaining units, it looks like. Still some bows over here kind of valiantly holding off against Nodachi Samurai. Yep, looks like a victory for the Toyotomi, and I think the Hosokawa player conceded defeat. So that was the first battle on Okobe Gorge. It was quite a long one, but really interesting to watch. You can see sort of the positioning being really important, the terrain obviously having a huge impact on the battle, and of course just the use of microwing units, particularly when it comes to cav or even infantry at times, and really just taking advantage of what the map has to offer in terms of the woods, whether it's using matchlocks or bows. So really good job by both players. J-Dog and the Toyotomi are victorious for the first battle. So now let us go into the second battle of the match. For the second battle of this match, we are on the map Sakura Ridge, and this map, of course, has a ridge, and so there's just a ridge along the center of the map, and this map is really good for rush armies, so if you love being aggressive, this is the map for you. Now, there are 3 key buildings, so we have the Sword Dojo, we have the Archery Dojo in the center, and then we have the Workshop. Most of the action will probably take place around the center, and it'll probably start really quickly as both armies are pretty much on either side of the ridge and want to just rush up to the top. So this should be quite a good battle to watch. Now let's review the army compositions of both players and see if they brought anything different for this battle. Starting with the Toyotomi, we have the Yari Ashigaru, some Matchlock Ashigaru, 5 Nodachi Samurai, 3 Naginata Warrior Monks. We have some Katana Samurai over here, 2 units in these woods. Over here we have the Toyotomi Cav with 2 Yari Cav and 2 Great Guard, and then we have the Yari Ashigaru, another unit on this end as well. For the Hosokawa, what we can see in the meantime, we have 2 Naginata Samurai, 1 Yari Ashigaru. We have 2 Naginata Warrior Monks, or 3 Naginata Warrior Monks in their general. So it'll be interesting to see what the Hosokawa also brought, and we'll see as the battle progresses on. But in the meantime, the Toyotomi have a pretty balanced army and very similar to last match, so it should be interesting to see how they fare this map. Anyways, let's get the battle underway. I'll speed things up, and right off the bat, we have the Toyotomi advancing the center force of infantry with a general up straight. We have the Cav going around, it looks like the tree line, and going up on this side of the ridge. Here we have the Hosokawa reacting accordingly, moving up as well. On this side, the Katana Samurai running towards the Sword Dojo, which I think the Sword Dojo and Workshop are going to be the most important in this match. And good on J-Dog to send some Yari Ashigaru over here to Workshop. See this Cav over here. What are they doing? Scouting, it looks like, maybe. Oh, we have the Hosokawa Cav coming out of the woods and, ooh, springing a trap, it looks like. Right here, charging downhill. This is going to be a good charge. That's a pretty good charge. And then that charge, not so great. Let's see this Hosokawa Cav. What are they going to do? Ooh, let's see. 2 units of Yari Cav right here. Oh, yeah, they're upgraded, though. But I think, no, they just got upgrades from the battle experience from the start, I think. Wow, Toyotomi Cav won that pretty convincingly. I think there might have been a better time to spring that trap or something, but, you know, some infantry support with the Cav, especially when you're outnumbered, will help. Let's see, on this end, we got some Nodachis right here, and we got some Katanas. Oof. Not really the best Nodachi charge, I would say. Still winning, though, but 2 Katana units should beat the Nodachi. Let's see. Oh, here comes some Yari Ashigaru and the General as well over here. Down this end, we have a lone Yari Ashigaru unit fighting off some Nodachis right here. Oof, that's Nodachis and Matchlock Ashigaru, which I think got a volley off on them. Let's see, the Cav coming over this way to encircle. And the Workshop's now firmly under the Toyotomi control, whereas the Sword Dojo is still contested, and the Toyotomi have the Archery Dojo, although that one doesn't really seem too important. Let's see, they're getting shot. Oh, they're in Yari Wall just right here getting shot by Matchlocks. Oh, that's brutal. Let's see, now we can see more of the Hosokawa army. What do we have here? Some Yari Ashigaru, Bow Warrior Monks, Naginata Warrior Monks, Fire Rockets. All right, so some Fire Rockets right here. Not the map I would bring them to, but still, interesting choice. They need to get a volley off, though, here pretty shortly. Looks like the Toyotomi Cav coming over here in the woods, kind of to encircle the Hosokawa. Good on J-Dog for doing that. I think if I were the Hosokawa here, I would abandon this hill and just go straight for the Sword Dojo here and just have this engagement over here. No really need to contest anything up here. Pull back, regroup. Go over here, wipe out these 2 Katana Samurai, and maybe deal with the Toyotomi Cav, kind of run them out of the picture, or not of the picture, but more of send them, a far distance away from the battle. Maybe just bring this Warrior Monk unit over here and kind of delay them a bit, or just get them in the open so the Fire Rockets can shoot at them. I think that might be the best play. See a Fire Rocket volley right here. Ooh, sailing right over, but still a couple of hits. Let's see, it looks like the Cav's moving now with second wind from the Great Guard. Really great ability. Let's see, Katanas. Oh, keep those Nodachis there, because you got the, I guess a recharge. And see, the Katanas over here. Yep, send 2 Cav into, or 1 even, just Hammer and Anvil 1, just 1 Cav. Don't send all 4, J-Dog. You can send some others over this way and just Hammer and Anvil on that side, too. Split your Cav up just a little bit. That's still a good charge. Still gonna get the job done with that mini Hammer and Anvil there. Let's see. These Naginatas here are about to get charged by Nodachis, even though Nodachis are already kind of fighting them. Oh, they're like kind of standing over here, and there's a Nodachi charge right there. And now here we go. The 2 main lines kind of clashing in the central field right here, right on the top of the ridge. Oof. Naginatas are not going to hold forever, though. Not against those Nodachis. Let's see. There's some Nodachis kind of in the back. The General's charging in. Wow. That's gutsy. That's really gutsy. And here comes the Cav. They're kind of stuck on some Warrior Monks. Still moving over. Are these Warrior Monks going to catch some? Oh, yeah, a few. Really good use of Warrior Monks there defending your flank. Not enough. Let's see. Some of the Cav managed to slip through. But the front line is collapsing. Oh, that front line has collapsed. Wow. All right, let's see. Nodachis, Naginata Warrior Monks here. This is not looking good for the Hosokawa. Not looking good whatsoever. Oh, the General's getting shot. Oh, I think the General has fallen, and now the General is routing. Got shot off his horse by some Matchlock Ashigaru there in the woods. This is not good. And let's see. Valiant last stand here by some Samurai and Monks of the Hosokawa as the Toyotomi just encircle them with more and more units. Here comes the Cav. Are they going to make one final charge? Maybe not. No, we got about 3 or 4 units left for the Hosokawa. Just a valiant last stand here by Lynch King, so to speak. King's surrounded. Here come Ashigaru. No Dachi's in. Oh, and they're routing. Without the general, they're not going to hold very long. And there go the monks down here. And let's see. And there go those bow warrior monks. Wow. Convincing victory here for the Toyotomi. Just encircling, great use of cav. Again, you know, getting the workshop and stuff. Hosokawa, you gotta be a little bit more aggressive here on this map. The fire rockets, I don't think were the right unit selection, but overall, Lynch King played really well despite losing, and now it seems that JDog737 has advanced on to round 3 on the winner's bracket of the tournament. Lynch King drops down to the loser's bracket, so good luck on the rest of your journey there. And that is this match. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the commentary and everything. Anyways, be sure to like and subscribe, and check out my channel for more tournament coverage coming soon.